Hi, this is Chris. Today I'm working on my one signature journal, which I call Rose, and this will be part 4, and I will be sewing in the signature. So I'm just going to go through again. We have a rose here, and we have a little doily, some tea-dyed pink paper, some a digital wallpaper from Diane Hubert at Pretty Pink Cottage, and this is also from her Etsy shop. A page from a book about roses, some more pink paper. Here is vintage tablecloths, a digital by Gail Augustinelli in her Cinnamon Tea Etsy shop. I printed both sides. I have these little brown paper lunch bags, those little sandwich bags. I put one of those in there. And then this was a piece of graph paper that I tea-dyed, and the blue lines dissolved and added this really pretty blue dye on here. This is a digital, I can't remember now what it's called, but I'll put it in the description below. And some more tea-dyed paper, another page from the Rose book, another wallpaper from Pretty Pink Cottage, and then this guest register also from Pretty Pink Cottage. Feels like it needs to have something in here. So let me think of what I might have. I found a few things. This is an envelope made out of I guess scrapbooking paper, and I could put that in there. It has roses on it, so it follows the theme, but the colors, I'm not sure. The colors go all right with this, and the roses look mostly upside down. It's hard to tell which way they go. I have this envelope, which was thank you from an Etsy purchase, and it's made from wallpaper. You can see here's the writing from the wallpaper, and it mimics a grass cloth. That could go in there. Then I found these. These are from about 6 years ago, Christmas. Trader Joe chocolate wrappers, and they're from chocolates from different countries. This was Sao Tome, I don't know where that is, Tanzania, Papua New Guinea, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, and Ghana. This is more special. I think I'll put that in there. So spring has reached northern Nevada, and I've been out in the garden all day, and so my hands are just really kind of wiped out. I put cream on them and I scrubbed them and all that stuff. Now I'm thinking of binding it with sari silk. So I have in here some sari silk that I purchased on Etsy as a bundle. My fingers are so rough it's sticking to them. And I was thinking I had one that might be good. So let's see how much we have. 1, 2, 3, and I think we have just enough. But I forgot my needle, so I need to go find a large embroidery needle, and then I'll be back. I didn't have to go far. I had one in my binding kit. going to center these as best I can. Now, since sari silk is thicker than thread, I'm going to make a little bit larger hole. However, silk has the property of going through small spaces. It will compress easily into small spaces. But I have here a Japanese screw punch with different sized bits. This is a kind of a packing foam that has cloth on one side and then just some foam core. Let's see how this works. Now, I'm going to take this. Now these little punches that came out of here, what could I do with those? I could glue them onto something. They're so pretty. Little tiny punches. And I'm going into the center. And there's a knot there, so I don't know. It's a seam. I don't know if that will go through. There it goes. And I'm going to go about. Pull this tight, being careful not to distort the holes or rip the paper. Like that. And then I take my needle off. Square knot. And now Rose has a closure. Because this book is going to probably get a little bit thicker as we go. Now I can do some decorating. So I have a bunch of scraps. Here are some I found recently. Really pretty rose. And this one with the distressed rose on it. And then I've been collecting some scraps and pieces. And I have some items in here. Oh, spider. Sorry about that, but I do live in a high desert, and my studio is built off the garage, so sometimes things come in under the door. So I have all kinds of stuff. What shall we do? Let's see. This is so pretty. That would be just pretty right there, but I don't know yet. Here's a little booklet. Could make a little rose cover for that. This is cardstock. I'm not sure where I got this. Edith Holden page. Some rose computer paper, a doily. Marjorie Boleyn, is that how you say her name? The Netherlands artist. She does beautiful nature drawings. This is from England is a Garden. This is from one of my botanical books. I don't remember which one. Both of these with some wild roses. Here's from my old embroidery book. This is right here what I used on the cover. And there's a rose right there for needlepoint, or actually it's netting, darning on netting. What that's called. Some more interesting. Some of these stickers, laser cut filigree stickers, tea-dyed envelopes, tea-dyed papers. Another seed reproduction of a seed catalog cover. And I don't know, just some cuttings out of a magazine. This looks like a peony. I don't know what I saved these for. It's a nice orchid. Here's some roses. Here's some more roses. Another doily. Some more paper. Papers that I didn't use in the book because it got too thick. There's Rose again. Here are some floral cards. These are vintage. They look like they might be from the 40s. That typeface looks to me like something from the 40s. Here is a 65 Roses greeting card. If you're not familiar, 65 Roses is a foundation to help children with cystic fibrosis. And they got that name because a little boy who had cystic fibrosis was helping his mom doing something with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and he called it 65 Roses instead of cystic fibrosis. Here's bees, and here's some more roses. Here's a reproduction produce label for apples. These are pretty. This is actually from a watercolor. I don't know who the artist is. Really pretty roses. Here's another from a botanical book. And then I have these little, I think these are Mrs. Sparkle and Company, little labels with roses on them. Another rose. Another rose. Moon Baby. I don't know what that has to do with roses. And another rose. So what I'm thinking is, now I've made a mess, I would like to cover the inside of this envelope with some of this sky paper. So I will have to draw an outline and cut it out. Using the sari silk does make a bit of a bundle in the middle of the book, but I think by the time the book gets filled up with other things that take up space, that won't be so noticeable. I found a couple of paper pads with roses. This one, Romance Novel, Collection 6x6 Prima. This is from 2017, so I don't know if it's still available, but it has some rose things in it. Some little cutouts. They're kind of small. And this one, I don't even remember what paper pad this came from, but it has some roses, rustic roses, and some peeling paint and stuff like that. So what I want to do is just cover this part of the flap and to cover up where the label was torn. I don't want to cover up the Ghana label, and I don't want to cover up this label here. Well, I could cover that one up because it does say Ghana on this side. So if I went, I think I'll just cut it right about there. Okay, that's our first embellishment. Little pocket in here. And later we can make a little card. I'm just going to snip this little corner here. Like that. And because the paper already has a bit of a fold here from the original packaging, and I only put the cardboard up to there, or the paper stock up to there, it makes it easier to get that in and out. That. This would make a nice journaling card because it has a place to write and it matches the outside, so let's take that and make a journaling card out of it. Now, I was thinking a little label in here for "This book belongs to," and where did those go? Here they are. Not just one of these labels. Right there. This just helps to make it look like it really belongs, like it's not just stuck on sticker. Just do a little simple collage right on here. These were the wrappers around some fruit that I received as a Christmas present a couple years ago. And you can't just throw that stuff out. You can use it for different things, especially layering and collage. These are pieces left over from a travel journal that I made for a friend to give to a friend who is going to travel. So they all have to do with travel themes, but I thought this might be something in here I could use. Okay, what did I have that I could also put in there? I saw something. No, that's too big. That could go in there for now. And again, I'm going to use my Stabilo All pencil. So for now, I'm going to stick these little postcards in here. Or seed catalog covers, I think is what they really are. They're made into postcards, but they look like seed catalog covers. Scott's Roses and Other Beautiful Flowers, Robert Scott and Sons. And this is the Kennard and Jones Company, West Grove, Pennsylvania. 25 choice bulbs for window garden. All sure to bloom this winter. So when that dries, it'll be a little bit lighter. All right, let's see what we did today. We bound our pages in, and we have a tie for it. And we put in a little place here for this book belongs to. I'll put some decoration here. I'm not sure what I'll do here. And then we have these pages. We decorated this little sandwich bag. By the way, I just got these at my market. They're an alternative to plastic sandwich bags. And here's Rose on a trip. More roses. And then we did our little chocolate wrapper envelope with a little journaling card. We could do more to that eventually. And that just clips in there. And then we have the back of this Rose book from the Rose book, and that can be decorated on. We have a flip out 11 by 14 paper, legal size paper. The other side of this digital, and there's the ship she went on. And then this, I'll probably trim this off here and make this into another pocket. And then the tablecloths, and more from the Rose book, and some more writing paper. Another pocket, and we can do more back here. And so that's Rose, our one signature journal. And I think I can do at least one more video on this, doing some more decorating inside. This is backwards. This is where the seam is. Trim that a little bit. And that goes on the back. One thing about sari silk, it sheds almost as much as my cat Buddy. Thanks for watching, and have a fun day crafting. Bye bye!